Hello and welcome to Cheap Weekly Thrills. I'm your host Matt, and this is the 64th week of Cheap Weekly Thrills. For those who don't know, Cheap Weekly Thrills is where I find small indie games that have been released on Steam in the past week for $5 or less and review them. This week is a game called Utopia by developer and publisher DAX Entertainment. Utopia is a strategy puzzle game where you build a medieval city from the ground up. Utopia is inspired by games like Cities Skylines and SimCity and uses that inspiration in particularly three areas: a city builder game, combos by building placement, and relaxing music. Utopia takes these three elements and combines them with procedurally generated levels called islands, an experience progression system, and a leveling system. You begin on an island in the middle of nowhere and can only build a set amount of buildings. Building placement is absolutely essential, as the building's combo points are based off of what other objects are placed nearby. Once you reach the next experience level, you unlock more buildings to build. But once you run out of buildings to place, you progress to the next island, where you start from scratch once again. Each island has a different set of achievements and rewards to work for, so your island development efforts aren't completely futile after all. Utopia is a fun-loving game filled with wonderfully designed medieval-era buildings and a minimalistic polygon art style. The islands, too, are minimalistic and actually are a bit small. This makes sure that you are careful and are meticulous in your placement of objects. Utopia's user interface is also quite well polished, as everything you need is where you expect it to be. The whole game runs in a silky smooth 60 frames per second, and the animations are just as fluid. For being their second game that they've ever released, DAX Entertainment has done a superb job. While this game is rather impressive, there are just a few things that you should know about before buying. First and foremost, this game is actually in early access, meaning the game isn't completely finished yet. While playing Utopia, I noticed what could be described as maybe a bug or two. The achievement notification would pop back up just after I closed the menu and placed a new building. It got a bit annoying, as the notification wasn't rather small either, taking up a good portion of the screen. And as a warning to my fellow OCD players, as much as you want to plan out your island and make it absolutely perfect, you only have a set amount of buildings to place, and your combos, as arbitrary as they may seem at times, become a stronger priority than placement, as your progression is entirely based off of points. Because of the combo mechanic and the small placement tiles, your island traditionally becomes a mess pretty quickly, and a lot of super small tiles become unused, which becomes annoyingly apparent when you're trying to fit in that last building that you need to get to the next level, but it just isn't really fitting anywhere. Taking in absolutely everything, I would still definitely recommend Utopia. While there are some rather rare occurring bugs, like the achievement menu glitch that can easily be patched up pretty quickly in the future, I feel like the game is nearly 100% done as it is. Utopia is incredibly beautiful, the gameplay is rather fun, and because it really requires you to think outside the box, it's very different from your standard city builder game like SimCity and Cities Skylines. As for the price, Utopia is currently $3.74, which is 25% off the standard $5 price tag, and the sale will end on Thursday, October 31st, so make sure you can grab it while you can. Thank you for watching this review of Utopia. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a message down in the comments section below. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the 65th week of Cheap Weekly Thrills. Bye-bye!